The movie starts off with Danny DeVito narrating for a little bit, and then a fat FedEx worker gets out of his clown car. As soon as you hear this tuba note, you now know this movie is going to be epic. They then sing about how fake and shitty their town is. We are introduced to a boy named Ted, who we soon find out is a massive simp for someone a head taller than him named Audrey. Ted gains motivation to go get a tree for her after she shows him her deviant art on this wall. As a movie watcher, you realize they eat jello because they have no crops due to some dumbass destroying nature. The grandma has a stroke. Ted almost gets decapitated by some axe things. He then almost dies again. We then get introduced to some old fart who sits in his house all day in the middle of Mordor from Lord of the Rings. This persistent child wants his entire life story, so the saggy man tells him. The movie then has a flashback to when he was younger, only for us to realize that he's the hottest animated character ever rendered. He goes on an adventure to look for a place to destroy and comes across a place full of singing fish. Then this happens. The Hawkeye then cuts down a tree. A storm starts to brew and this Cheeto-looking deity pathetically comes out of a piece of wood. Dickhead Danny DeVito starts to tear his whole house down without mercy. The Onceler tells Ted to come back tomorrow, but then Ted has a wet daydream about Audrey. The little man doesn't like people leaving and then threatens a child. Ted goes back to the Onceler and the Lorax tries to kill him. His dumb family comes out and helps the Onceler cut down a bunch of trees because business is booming. We do get the most lit song of the century though, so I am not complaining. The Onceler turns into a greedy monster but then realizes the damage he has caused and the Lorax grabs his ass and flies out of there. The Onceler gives Ted a truffler seed to plant in the middle of the town. Man-boy doesn't like this though and tries to steal the seed. They then sing a horrible song worse than Let It Go.